Welcome back to another video, or if you're new here, my name is Yolanda, or Yolanda in the City on Instagram and TikTok. And as you can tell by the title, today I'm going to be showing you guys how I transformed this $10 thrifted dress into this I.AM.GIA inspired design. So I was originally inspired by this image that I found on Pinterest of Adrienne Bailon in the 2000s. I grew up watching her in the Cheetah Girls and I was always super inspired by her look. I just got my highlights done and I feel like I really want to embody that like Y2K look that she absolutely killed in the 2000s. When I saw this dress at the thrift store, I freaked out because the print was really similar to the print on the set that she was wearing in the photo, and I knew that I could turn it into something super cute to wear for my vacation in Mexico. So I actually freehanded the entire thing. I looked all over YouTube for a tutorial on how to make this I.AM.GIA set, super popular right now, so I was almost sure that I would find it, but I actually didn't. So I'm super happy that I'm going to be able to be the first one to show you guys how to make this set. So just a little disclaimer, I did not go to fashion school. Everything I know about sewing is self-taught. So if you see that I did anything incorrectly, it's because I'm still learning. So please have patience with me. Before we get into the video, please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and turn on your post notifications so that you won't miss when I post again. So I thought it would be helpful to do a little sketch of the dress. Please don't judge my sketches, but I thought it would be helpful so that you guys can get a visual image of each piece that you're going to need to take from the original dress to make the set. So the very bottom part you're going to need for the ruffle part of the skirt, and above that you're going to need to take for the body of the skirt. For the crop top, you're going to turn the dress upside down and use that top part of the skirt that you just cut and use that as the top part of your crop top. So you're going to want to lay down your dress and line up the seams as straight as possible. Use your tape measure to cut out 5 inches or 12.7 centimeters from the bottom of the dress. Then above that, you're going to use your tape measure to cut out 13 inches or 33 centimeters, but this is all depending on how long or short you want your skirt. Here I cut the seam from one of the panels of the dress so that I could open up the skirt, and then I measured my waist. Of course, my fabric was very stretchy, so it didn't have to be super exact, but if you're using a non-stretchy fabric, I would recommend you adding a few inches for seam allowance. My waist measurement was 26 inches or 66 centimeters, and then I just pinned the sides. In order to create the ruching in the center of the skirt, I used elastic. There are many different methods to create the ruching, but this is the easiest for me. I cut out about 7 inches or 18 centimeters, but this is also depending on how long your skirt is. Just make sure that the elastic stretches all the way to the bottom of the skirt. For the top, remember to turn the dress upside down like I showed you in the beginning sketch. This part I used a halter top that I had, and I just kind of use it as an outline to cut out the front of my top. This part can get a little confusing, but here I took both panels of the dress and I cut down about 4 to 5 inches or 12 to 13 centimeters. After both sides were cut, I then divided the panels and I took only the front panel and I continued to cut down to the shape that I wanted my shirt. Here it's helpful to fold one panel to the other side so that it's exactly the same on both sides. Then you're going to cut a rectangle starting from those 2 points that we cut down in the beginning. Here you're going to layer the 2 panels with the back sides facing up, and you're going to pin the 2 sides and the top, making sure to leave a little space in the corner for the straps. Then you're going to take a leftover piece of fabric. This is the leftover piece that I got after I cut my skirt, and then you're gonna cut out 4 different pieces of fabric for your straps. Mine measured about 4 centimeters wide and 89 centimeters long. To create the ruching in the center of the skirt, you're going to want to sew the elastic a bit in the beginning. Make sure to do a reverse stitch so that it doesn't unsew, and then you're going to pull the elastic all the way down to the bottom of the skirt. And then here I closed up the side seam of the skirt. To create that ruffle piece at the bottom of your skirt, you're going to use the very bottom piece of the dress that we cut out earlier, and you're going to run it through your machine. You're going to set your length at number 4, or the highest it goes, and your width to the lowest that it goes, so that you're able to pull the string through and gather the fabric. And here I just pulled the bottom string and gathered it to my liking. Then I adjusted the gathering to match the width of the skirt, and then I pinned it down. And then I sewed the ends together. So to create the waistline, I cut out the bottom of the dress just to make a nice, even, straight piece, and the piece that I cut out was about 5 inches or 12.7 centimeters by my waist measurement, which is 26 inches. And then I pinned down the ends of that piece of fabric to my waistline all around. And then I sewed the ends together. Here I took the 4 pieces that I cut out earlier for the straps, and I just folded those pieces in half with the outside facing out, and I just did a straight stitch all the way down. Then I used the safety pin to turn the strap right side out. Moving on to the top, I sewed down both panels, the top and bottom sides, leaving a little space in the corners for the straps. Here I slid the strap through those corners and sewed that down. Also, make sure you zigzag stitch the raw edges of the bottom of the blouse. And then here I used my seam ripper to make a little space on the side seam so that I would be able to insert my back straps. feel like it's kind of hard to explain, but if you're confused, you can skip a few minutes. After I finished the shirt, I showed you guys what it looked like turned inside out so you guys can see a better image of what I'm trying to explain here. And that is it. This is what it looks like inside out. If you guys get confused with anything, please let me know in the comment section, but I feel like when you're able to see how it looks inside out, it's much easier to understand. And this is how it looks like on. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And if you recreate this yourself, please tag me or send it to me. I'd love to see how it turns out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did. And subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys next time.